What's up, everybody? It's Rob from Canadian Trucking Magazine International, and today we are doing part 2 of the Vantrue Nexus Series 5S review. Our first video, part 1, was the unboxing and kind of going through it and talking about the specs. So we're done with that. And for the installation, we use the Vantrue hardwire kit for dashcam, and I gotta say I was pretty happy and pretty impressed with it. So we've got fuse taps, and they give you every size. So you've got, hopefully you can see that through the plastic, but you've got the 3 different sizes of fuses. And if you've never used these before, you just find the fuse that, so you're gonna find a constant power, an ignition power, and you're going to take the fuse that's out and you're just going to plug this in, and then you can plug that in there. So they give you 2 of those because you're going to need, like I said, ignition power and constant power. And then you've got the box itself, and it has multiple settings on it. And apparently the bag is child-proof, or at least rob-proof anyways. I can't. It is sealed good, so we're just going to tear it open. So you got your USB-C cable, because again this camera uses USB-C. And then you've got some 3M tape on here to mount it, and then you've got your settings. So this is a lot smaller and more compact than ones I've used in the past. And then you've got your connectors here. So you just crimp those into the fuse connect, and then you found a body ground to ground that out to. So pretty straightforward, easy to use. Instruction manual in the box. We've got a polarized filter, which we haven't installed yet, which is supposed to really improve the overall image quality and reduce glare. It works by blocking light, whatever it's called. Anyways, we've got it installed. We're going to do some testing without this filter, and then we're going to do some testing with the filter, make a determination on whether or not the juice is worth the squeeze. We did some driving around today. We got some footage, so I will show you what the desktop looks like, and then I'll also upload some raw footage. So the raw footage from the camera is going to be separate, so you're going to have to watch for that. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing, and make sure you're sharing, because sharing is caring. The folder view is nicely laid out, so when you pull your SD card out, ignore these 2 files are here. These files I just pulled out for the video and demonstration, but it breaks everything down to event, GPS. The GPS is just basically some DAT files, so you don't have to worry about that. The event folder, so that would be, I'm guessing that's for motion by the looks of it, or when you trigger off your gyro sensor. So if you hit a pothole, anything that when you hear your camera ding gets saved in there. Your normal folder, and then your parking mode, and then a photos folder. So there's a whole ton of photos in the photos folder. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into the settings for that, but anyways, it works pretty good. So without further ado, we'll show you what the desktop application looks like and how it kind of comes together. If you need to pull your SD card, bring it in, throw it into your computer and review it, and then we'll upload separate raw videos. So this was just kind of a gray day normal condition test. We'll get some nighttime footage, because that's what really kind of tests these cameras out, is their nighttime ability and how they can quickly adjust to the headlights oncoming and stuff like that. What's up, everybody? It's Rob with Canadian Trucking Magazine. and we are in the SUV today and testing out the Vantrue Nexus 5S. So it's kind of overcast today, there's not a lot of sun, so the light's going to be kind of dull, but I figure do a test today, do a test at night, and then we'll find a nice sunny day to test it out. I've also got a polarization filter for it, which is supposed to make a huge difference. It included everything in the box needed for the install, which was really nice, including the plastic trim tool for tucking the wires and blocking the trim off. There was a static pad or static shield, I guess, whatever, static sticker it's called. There's a static sticker which you put on the windshield first, and it uses static to adhere to the windshield. And it's supposed to be stronger than 3M. And then you take your 3M and you stick that to the static sticker, and then if you want to remove the dash camera, just peel off that static sticker, and then you don't have all that sticky residue left on the windshield. So I did the front camera without it, or no, I did the front camera with it, and then I did the back camera without it, just to see what kind of a difference it would make. It included everything in the box needed for the install, which was really nice. It included everything in the box needed for the install, which was really nice. They included everything in the box needed for the install, which was really nice. So the back camera I could have mounted it a little bit higher to try to make it more hidden, but I kind of wanted it center for the best view. And installation tips, a little bit of pre-planning of where you're going to mount everything, plug it in, size it up, and get your views before you stick it to the windshield. And for the back one, make sure it's in your wiper track, because a lot of the vehicles nowadays, the rear wiper only covers a small portion of the window. So I got that lined up pretty good, so that the wiper's cleaning it. All these cars are, yeah, 4-lane. Really construction, no surprise there. So the back camera I could have mounted it a little bit higher. So I used the Vantrue hardwire kit for installation, so that way I can utilize the parking mode. I'll talk about that later on from the desk, kind of rip through the box and show you what's in it. For this particular vehicle, 2023 Tucson, you needed power, needed ignition, power, battery power, and ground. So I just went to the back of the OBD port, which is the onboard diagnostics part, because all those are available right in the back of the OBD port. OBD. Not ODB, the older bastard, but onboard diagnostics part. There was enough cable for the rear camera. That I had, so Tucson's not a full-size SUV, but a mid-size SUV. It's a good size. It's a good run to the back, and I had enough left over that I left some slack in the back in case I wanted to move it, and there was also enough slack that I doubled a Suburban or a Yukon, we have reached no problem with that phones at all going through it. So we'll see when these plates come into focus here. That plate's not too bad. But it's Kilo X-Ray Uniform 646. Let's see if we can make that out on the video. I wanted to go through the drive-thru because that'll kind of give us a distance that I had. So Tucson's Tucson. And then when we get downtown, we'll see. We get a lot more plates and a lot more samples to look at. We're really easy to point. I really like the design of having 0.0, but Winnipeg, in front of us. I'll keep my distance for a bit. I mean, typically, if you're gonna be in an accident with somebody, you're gonna get pretty close, but movement really affects it too, right? Vibrations of the road and things like that. I don't even know how clean my windshield is right now. It doesn't look too bad. So far so good. I'm really enjoying the camera. It's been really easy to use. I've gone and checked the video properties, and the front facing camera is 2592 by 1944, and then the other three cameras are 1980 by 1080, so they are all high definition, where in the past a lot of the web cameras that I've, or not web cameras, a lot of the dash cameras that I've used, they claim to be 1080 in high definition, and then when you get them, and even if when the settings are cranked on high, they end up being like 720 or 480 or even less. So the first run of the Amazon generic Chinese cameras were pretty garbage. So I've verified the actual resolution. In fact, the next clip I'm going to show you, the resolution was so high that I had to shrink it down to fit into the screen recording program. So we'll do that next. I'll give you guys a clip of the raw video. And again, I had to shrink this down because the normal size was massive and it was just a little corner on the screen. What's up, everybody? It's Rob with Canadian Trucking Magazine, and we are in the SUV today and testing out the Vantrue Nexus 5S. So it's kind of... But yeah, so far so good. The reviews are positive. I still got some nighttime testing to do. I still got some parking mode to do. I still got some motion detection. I had motion detection set the other day and it was pretty good. So it detected the other vehicles being started when the lights came on, somebody walking down the front street. There was some motion out from the trees that it was detected. I haven't really had a chance to test out the parking mode though, so that I figure put it in parking mode and then give the vehicle a push with my hand to trigger the gyro sensor, and it's supposed to have the 10-second pre-recording. So we'll give that a test, and make sure you're liked and subscribed so you can get our final thoughts on this product. But so far, if you've watched this and you're considering buying it, I could recommend it at this point. The app is pretty intuitive, pretty easy, user-friendly to use. You can access all the settings on it. It was 5 gigahertz, so streaming clips from the SD card it was relatively simple to do, and that 5 gigahertz speed made a big difference in retrieving the videos. So I played around with that a little bit. I'm more of a PC desktop guy, so I was really appreciative of the free desktop software that Vantrue provided. So if we were ever in a situation where we had to use this for evidence or for an accident for an insurance company, you just pull that card out, throw it in, use that software, and you're able to, show your location, the time, date, the speed, which is imperative if you're in a situation where you're trying to beat a speeding ticket, or if you're in an accident and they're trying to claim that you were driving faster than you were, things of that nature. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I'm trying to rebuild my channel. My old channel has disappeared for those that were following me, and YouTube and Google were not cooperative in trying to get me that channel back. So if somebody from YouTube and Google is watching this, reach out to me. Let's work together. Like, I gotta get that channel back up and running again. In the meantime, you can help me rebuild this channel. And thanks for watching. Post up your comments or questions in the comment section, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. And until the next video, stay streaming and keep on trucking.